Hey guys, welcome back. Boltspider here with another video, and this is going to be looking at the new Horizon, new Rialto map, and the new hero changes. But first, let's look at the new Horizon stuff. Now we can see attacker spawn A, nothing has changed so far. But as we go further into the map, we start to see a few changes. Let's see what's around here. Nothing has changed really near the attacker spawn, which is quite a surprise. But now when we get into the main zone, we see a doorway right there, a few barricades, and let's take a look through to the left. As we can see, the left flank route is gone as they removed it, and now we're heading up through. We see that up on high ground there are barricades, and to the left side, actually no, to the right side, they moved where you go into the spawn, into the right flank route, which is weird. Outside is completely the same. We see the glimpse of the barriers again. Also, right here we go through the new route, which is weird. And also, if we notice right here, the back pillar is a bit moved back, and there's a staircase now leading up to the high ground, which is interesting. And we have grove beds and palm trees inside the middle room of the map, which is interesting. And finally, we have the Point B, new turf, new walkway. They removed a whole chunk of the walkway. They added more to another walkway. So right here is just a little position for Widowmaker to stand on. And they removed the walkway right there. And as we're moving to the opposite side, they really haven't changed much in this room. Then we go to the left side and we have a stairway leading upwards to the new extended platform. And right here we have a middle door. They took out the middle spawn door and they left us with the right and left portion of the map, which is very awkward, to be honest, but we're going to be going more in depth into this map, into the map changes right now. So first off, we have the first point for point A on Horizon. As we can see that the high ground is different, the right room is different, and the left room is different, as the right room's entrance has been moved to the side. So now it's more of a, instead of push in behind a wall or others, you have to go out in the open a little. Then you have the left side, which is completely walled off, and there's no left route through that side. So literally, you either have to go through the open, through the airlock, or up the stairs to the right, which stayed the same. And then now we noticed up on high ground there are 3 barricades, which I wonder why they added it. High ground was really not one place to be held all that long. The only things that held was up in this top right corner, right where this right window is, and that's pretty much where you only held. And then you had a Widowmaker like in the back left, or a Junkrat in the close-up left of the area. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about the change, as it does change the map a lot for the first point. And I actually kind of like it, kind of don't like it, as it kind of does obstruct view with sniping and stuff. Sure, it gives you cover, but you could easily just have a barrier comp right up on high ground, as it would be much better. But let's go to the next place, which is to the left of point A. So as we go into to the right of point A, or the left, depending on which side you are going about, they added a staircase, thus closing off the left flank route for Horizon. And this staircase is to make a few things quicker getting up, via like Orisa, your tanks getting up to the high ground faster instead of making a long trek to the left. Honestly, this is a good addition, but I wonder how this will affect some of the flank routes that some teams really like using, as they have to change how they play on this map entirely. Honestly, this is a good change for what they did, and we'll see how it affects gameplay in the future on Horizon. And now let's go to the middle rooms of Horizon. Now we have the middle room, and this room really didn't change all that much, but all that they added were palm trees and indoor grow beds. Now this does give a few cool graphic things to look at instead of looking at this bland room. Also, if you notice to the left, right where the seed bays are, there is one of those seed bays that are now closed, as that has changed, as it was a little niche hiding spot, but you could get stuck there. I think that's why they closed that one. And it's cool seeing new things added to this portion of the map, but this really, it kind of doesn't help the blandness of the green in it. Now let's get to the point B of the map, where a lot of things have changed. Now finally for point B. This point changed so much, as if we look at the top left and top right, they added a platform to the top left, they removed a platform to the top right, and they added a dirt floor, which is pretty unique. A lunar floor. Now, I'm going to be talking about mostly the spawn doors, the right high ground, and the left high ground. Now, for the spawn doors, we still have the left and right doors, but they changed it where the middle door is now shut. Now, this meaning that getting to the spawn as the attackers are on the point will be little more time consuming to get out, which is good to prevent long drawn out overtimes and other type things like point recaptures and stuff, which is good. The lunar surface on the floor is a nice little change that they did. And then we have the left side, which is a new high ground with a stairway getting up there, so it's accessible to everyone, and that's where you could defend. Also to the back top right, you have where you could set up there if you want to, and they pretty much just removed the pathway from the top right to the far back right high ground, which will definitely change up how you kind of control this map, where you have to assert dominance around the lunar rover right there, as you could take that high ground and get up to the back high ground. But this change hopefully will help out the case that Horizon is one of the worst maps to play on. But anyways, let's get on with the new additions to the game, as I don't want to cover Horizon more yet, as it's going to be on the PTR later at a later date. So let's head on to Rialto. So now we are in Rialto, the new map, and I took a huge fly around through this map, and it is a gorgeous map in the daytime and in the nighttime, from the event to the actual map. And as you can see, I'm flying around. We have a defender spawn B right here, which is a weapon armory for Talon that is hidden. And then we are going into the defender's last spawn. It has a statue of Athena. And if you notice in this room, this is the board meeting room for Talon, which is a nice room. And let's fly back out to go to the attacker spawn. As you look, around the beautiful map. Now we have the payload at the attacker spawn. Now this spawn is unique as it has 5 entrances, 2 for high ground, 3 for low ground. And I just love this spawn so much, as you cannot see the outside of that door, but that's not the point of the spawn. As this place is cool, look at all these different pieces of art that it has. This map is very unique to itself, as this map is more catered towards high ground and stuff. And here's an exit, there's an exit, there's an exit, there's an exit. There's 5 exits to the spawn. Now this payload, I don't know what we're escorting, but I can tell most of this map is going to be high ground oriented to take control. And we have a lot of unique flank routes, and this boat you can ride on, which is actually pretty cool. You have the Carnival canal boats. I forgot their name. I think they're... Oh, my friend's going to hate me for this. I forgot their name. Canoes? I don't know their name, sorry. But as we see, we're just flying around. It's such a gorgeous map. Right here, there's a few Widowmaker spots. There's a few sniper spots. Inside that high ground with the building, right there that I'm looking at, that's undivable because it's a closed off space. You literally have to jump in front of the door. There's a lot of good flank routes with the map, I do have to say. I wonder how this will counteract. Right there is a point, that's point 1 where you pass. We have the Opera House where we go through. Here's another flank route, which is pretty sketchy to use. And then right here we have the attacker spawn. The second attacker spawn, little nice coffee shop with 3 exits. Which this is one of the maps with the most exits ever. And as we see, we're going through the map. Right here is a little nice garden I like. We have pretty much a lot of... I can't express this enough. There's just a lot of flank routes. And I don't know why I'm going through here again. There's a soccer ball. And there's just a lot. And also, if you hear planes, sorry. I thought that was a spawn, but it's not. This map, it's just more oriented for dive. We have nice little sniper spaces and other hero spaces. And then we have the Opera House, which is a little nice place for a flank. And then we have a defender's spawn, which is a little underground thing. I forgot what it's called. A little underground repair room. And then let's go up to the high ground. I love this. I love the high ground on the map. It is breathtaking. Then the one thing that changed in this map is right here. These arches. These weren't there in the event of Retribution. These are the things that were added after, and it's a nice little piece just to hide behind, which is pretty cool. I really like how they implemented it into the map, and it looks beautiful. This whole map is just full of beautiful things. And we have more high ground options. We have a attacker spawn right here, which is pretty neat. It's a 2 exit spawn, but that's all. That doesn't matter all that much. You have a lot of alleyways you can go in. You have a lot of places, a lot of stairs, a lot of different routes you can take. And also right there is another stop point for this map. And also I did check if you could go through the door over here. Right there is... Right here I'm pretty much showing you what the whole point B is. It's not up to that archway, but it's a little past, a little before it, which is, it's right. You have the arch, it's right before that corner turn, and then you just go in and you deliver the payload to the statue, to the talent office. So this talent office is pretty cool. I really do like the talent office. I wish I would. It's a really nice office. But enough of looking at the new map. We should probably get to the new hero changes that hit the PTR. But overall, this is going to be a fun map to test around on. And with the new horizon changes as well. So let's jump right in to the new hero changes. Okay, first off, I'm going to keep this one short and simple. Genji's deflect hitbox size is definitely being reduced, but we don't know how much it is being reduced by. Now let's get on to the character that has the most changes on the PTR, that is Hanzo. Okay, for Hanzo, we have the new Sonic Arrow cooldown, which is 12 seconds, and the new Storm Arrow, and Storm Bow. Pretty much Hanzo just got a whole rework. We have the new Storm Arrow, which replaces Scatter, and it's a 6-shot rapid fire, which is amazing. And then we have his new Lunge, which is pretty much a tiny version of Leap, which is actually a space ability. I'm surprised it is a space ability. So let's get into all the pieces for Hanzo. We have his Storm Bow, which his speed got increased by 15, so that means that's his fire rate. Sonic Arrow cooldown is now 20 seconds. And actually was 20 seconds, now it's 12 seconds. Duration is now 6 seconds from 10 seconds. And the radius is 7 meters from 10 meters. So that does do a lot for Hanzo overall, as it definitely makes Sonic Arrow more of a utility and can be used more. As you can see, usually you would be able to see that training bot on the far left with the old Scatter Arrow, but with this new Scatter Arrow, it definitely shows less. This new Lunge is fun. The new Storm Arrow is also fun to use. I really like it. As you can see, this is shot on the other side of the wall, and it's showed by everything. It shows everything. Now, with the Storm Arrow, you have to be very careful when you fire, because it's an instant fire, and also on simple geometries, get 3 killing blows with a single use of Storm Arrows. So that means you have to kill 3 people kill 3 enemies with the Storm Arrow. This Lunge is very fun to use, and I really enjoy it a lot. Lunge is definitely an ability to escape. I wonder what the animation looks like for it, because you can't. I wish there was like a third-person mode that you can see in the training, in the practice range, because that would be a lot of fun. But now let's go to the next hero, and that is going to be Junkrat. So now we have Junkrat. His bombs were decreased by size from 0.3 to 0.2, so this makes it a lot harder for them to hit. And this is definitely a good nerf to him, because it definitely makes him, I believe, gain less ult charge over time, and definitely makes it harder to hit his mines and bombs. Actually, just hit his bombs overall, as they are a lot smaller to land on targets. But with tanks, you would have no problem with that, which is absolutely fine. I don't care about that. And then his Riptire speed went from 13 to 12, and you could definitely feel that speed change that they did to the tire. I literally had trouble maneuvering it around. That's how much it affected me while playing him. And now let's go to the next character, which is Lucio. Now, with Lucio, he got a lot of quality of life changes. Wall ride it is less likely to be interrupted along a single surface. You can now go around corners, inside corners, outside corners, without having to leave the wall. Now, you can land on the same wall after leaping away, provided his leap takes him far enough away from the original jump-off point, and his sound wave no longer consumes ammo. Now, this is all quality of life changes that needed to happen. The sound wave, you can now have, you used to take 4 ammo, so pretty much now it counts as 24 ammo, which is pretty good. I love that they changed him like this, and Lucio is now in a better spot as you can now wall ride better. And as you can see, I'm testing out if you can do sound wave if you have no ammo, and you can use it when you have no ammo. And finally, let's get to that last nerf or change. And finally, the last nerf is, you guessed it, Tracer finally got nerfed after 2 years. Now, her pulse bomb damage got decreased by 100. Now, this does a lot because it cannot one-shot Zarya or Orisa anymore. And also, along with, if she's damage boosted, she won't be able to one-shot Winston and Reinhardt. Because 30% to 400 is 120 extra damage. Now, and that does a lot. And also, sorry for the random stutters for the Tracer part. But anyways, this needed to happen. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this new map, these new changes to Horizon, and all these new hero changes down below? Because I like them all. I like what they did. I love the feel for all of them. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, please subscribe for future content as I upload every day at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find my Twitter, Facebook down in the description below, and also my Discord server linked as well. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. Hopefully you all have a great day, week, or weekend. And see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.